Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
I want you to say hello.
No.
Okay, that's fine then.
Just kidding. I didn't know that that's what you were doing. See, right over my head.
I'm begging for attention, you're so cool. I need to save yourself for someone else to come. So you
You're here in Calgary during the Calgary Stampede, and they've just had the floods. Have you been watching it, or have you seen any of it on the news?
Yeah, I have. It's just crazy. And currently now Toronto's getting into water. It's just mental, but I think here they've had a really tough couple weeks, and I'm so impressed with the amount of work that's been done to kind of erase the signs of it. At least here, I think they were really determined to make sure that the Stampede went ahead and that it didn't look like a disaster zone. And it feels really nice. There's lots of families here, and these dressing rooms were under 4 feet of water apparently. So wow. It's all new paint, and
I haven't even thought of that.
Yeah, this was all totally ruined, and they've just put everything back together.
That's pretty amazing.
Way to go, Calgary.
When do I get a new album from you, frankly?
Well, it's not even started. So.
No?
No.
You're still living with body parts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even, I guess it's like it came in September of last year, so it's a year old. Stuff goes so quickly now. People just want to consume. It took me a long time to make that album. I'm not ready to lock myself in a studio quite yet.
And speaking of which, it's been a really incredible ride this last year for you and the band. And tell me a little bit about kind of that explosion, because you've really done the toiling as a Canadian band, and then all of a sudden, I said, I'm interviewing Dragonette to somebody the other day, and they said, I don't know who that is, and I said, well, they did a song called Hello, and they're like, I only know that one that's on the radio all the time. I'm like, that's who that is. So now all of a sudden you do have this acclaim. So tell me a little bit about kind of that journey.
Well, I think that that's definitely not all of a sudden.
No.
I don't think we have never, and since the very beginning of our career, we have never been catapulted anywhere except for tiny little increments, which is just what the way it's worked for us. And I don't think we are the kind of we haven't come to expect some kind of like shooting up to fame. Everything that we've achieved, we've kind of just worked hard for it, and it's been tiny little steps, and nothing has felt like a crazy a crazy life that's not ours. Everything has felt like we got there, and with the hard work that we've done. And so even Hello, which was the biggest song, and it was like all over the world and #1, it didn't really connect necessarily directly with us. I think our fans are still the fans that are Dragonette fans that buy the albums and listen to every song in the album are not didn't boost that up by millions and millions.
I read this, so I'm never 100% sure whether it's true or not, so I'm going to hear it from you. Did you do something with Target? And was it with the Mister Rogers theme song? Tell me how that came about, and how was that fun?
They were opening in Canada, and but wait, did you just call it Target?
I call it Target. That is the fancy word for Target. You can't call it Target, it's Target.
Very fancy. They were going to open in Canada for the first time, and I think Mister Rogers Neighbourhood it's not a Canadian show, but it is I think it was the CBC and Mr. Dressup that fostered him or something.
Yeah, you started
Yeah,
out here.
yeah. Anyway, so it was just an interesting challenge. It's such an iconic song, and they wanted it to be really twisted around, and it was like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. So yeah, it was just a little bit of fun. It was actually quite a challenge though, because the whole structure, like the whole phrasing and everything, had to be changed in order to make it into like something that was more driving and not like it's a waltz, you know. And they wanted it like more powerful. So it was fun though. I'm proud of that.
It's all that monkey business. What kind of trouble is this?
What is next for Dragonette?
Just playing out the summer and then getting back into being creative, studio-wise, making music.
That's my favorite word right there. You are sneaking back in.
It's my worst word.
Oh. It's not
I find it very daunting.
Is it a challenging process?
Yeah, I find it very challenging and very rewarding. I mean, it's obviously why we do this, but the amount of feeling like crap that you have to do in order to like, and then when you get the good thing, you feel so good that's why it's worth it. But like, I don't know. I feel like most creative people are like this, where it's like agony and ecstasy, sort of. And the ecstasy is rewarding enough and, you know, invigorating enough that it's like, okay, I can do more of the agony, just so I can feel that again and feel proud of myself and feel excited about something I've done and feel like I've challenged myself and achieved something. So, yeah, that's how I think of the studio.
How do you think of being on stage? Which one is it for you?
I think the reward of creating something to me is a higher high. But I love singing and I love performing, but it's like more smooth. Like I don't. It's more known. The songs are written. I can just sing them, and you know, you rely on a great audience, obviously, to make the show everything it can be. And if the audience is good, and if you're good, then it's, you know, there's a real recipe there for a good night or a good show or whatever. And the studio is like, you're just blind, and you're like, what am I going to do that's going to make me feel good and make me like satisfy me, the creative thing that really wants to be satisfied here. And so you just have to grab, you know, random ingredients and see what happens and put it all into the mixture and see what comes out and see if it makes you feel good.
And be comfortable with singing something for years.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. I would think that's a challenge. Like, do I want to sing this for, this could be the hit. Do I want to sing this forever?
Well, I think if it's good, you commit to that. Like, if it's something that's good enough to put on an album, you automatically would commit. Obviously, if it's a song like Hello, which isn't properly, like, really ours, there is there's I think a tiny bit of discomfort can come in just because people expect it, and it's only sort of our work. And so, yeah. But anything that I've written and that I've put on the album and that is good enough to play live, because a lot of songs are good on the album but don't translate live. Those just never get played. Yeah. But if it's good enough to play live, I'm okay with playing it for as long as people want to hear it.